Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Woo!
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're back to Lost in Random. We've now made it to Threedom.
Not today, spider monster.
Now, one thing I am kind of curious about was Even born before, or was Odd born before Even?
Oh, wait!
Or when are we turning 12? I guess is the main question that I'm trying to figure out. So that'd be so crazy to get like all the way over to like 5 Town, then roll a 1 and have to do this all over again. And at the same time, we still haven't even told our parents that we left. So I wonder if they realized it yet.
What do you mean you've seen bigger?
The pips got put in where the 5 is on the dice, but I'm not sure like is his arms and legs, if they count as like part of the dice or not. Like, is half of the pips already installed from the arms and legs? Or is he going to have to like hammer his arms out and put new ones in? We're about to see Even walk out with the queen.
I always knew I was a sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A 6-hour child is missing! I repeat, a 6-hour is missing. Fine can be rewarded. Special rules by the grace of the Queen.
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
Alright, so it looks like we can't really interact with the public and we're just going to, you know, stealthily walk by. No one's going to notice us. We need to find Bernie. I don't know where she saw him walking past, but I didn't see him. Ooh, this is cool.
Threedom was a district tearing itself apart in a 3-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
raise the stakes with a new...
I'm kind of confused. Is 3, 4, and 5 all grouped together? Because she rolled a 5 and then the one was like, oh, it's my turn. I'm guessing that's how that would work, right?
Let none who attack the king. None of them. Where was I?
Well, that did a whole lot of nothing. All right, let's speak to the local people here.
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
I'm noble too.
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose.
Looks like it's seen better days. Maybe you should take care of it.
It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
That must be nice for you.
I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Threedom, before his murder.
You knew the king. You knew the triplets? For royal, why aren't you fighting the war?
Royal families are like servants. They tend to expand to the size of their manor.
That's the most upper-class expression I've ever heard. Yes, I actually know the active about servants on account of how many I employ in my manor.
Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
We might possibly help you. Even though you just told us to go into a battlefield and kill ourselves, basically.
Fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment?
Sure?
Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the 3 siblings.
Let's pretend I don't.
Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the 3 siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
The paranoid Count, the fancy Duke, the toughest hack Baroness? None of them.
None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
So I'm guessing they're all pawns by somebody else murdered. Excuse me, have you seen any kids?
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this?
I'm looking for a friend.
Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child.
So, have you seen any kids running around?
Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid Count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all.
Well, thanks for whatever this was. So, you won't remember me if I say Nanny Fortuna ass?
I promise it, stranger.
Alright. When I was speaking to her, something was glowing in gold.
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
I'm guessing he's going to be blocking the way. We know that there's a big giant dude down this way that we can speak to.
The attack has begun! The king must be saved!
Attack? From where? Which king? I thought he was killed.
What? Identify yourself, stranger!
I'm Avon. What's your name?
I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war.
The king you mentioned, is that who you used to protect?
Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember?
Right, well I need to go. Don't Nishka?
What? How did you know my name?
It was a lucky guess.
A lucky guess? About what? What were you guessing about? The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Woo, woo.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
I didn't do it. Is that the same count from Two Town? I'm not sure now that the door is opened if anyone can just like come through or not. Because some of these look familiar. Excuse me, have you seen any kids?
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing.
Hey, where did he went?
Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadowman does.
Who is the Shadowman? Can you tell me about the Shadowman?
Everyone knows about the Shadowman, child. Especially children out all alone.
Okay, so you know nothing about the Shadowman. Alright, so we got like this little path to the right. Alright, and all it does is get us money. People in these towns are very odd sometimes. Excuse me, have you seen a kid around?
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadowman ensures.
Have you seen a boy yay high in a 60 uniform?
All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadowman's probably got him.
Everyone seems to fear him.
As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
I mean, I just take on Royum. I don't think we have too much to fear. Excuse me, have you seen a kid?
Leave me alone. I'm busy.
Please, it's important. I need to find my friend. He might be in trouble.
Everything's important to someone. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadowman probably has him by now.
What do you mean he has him?
Oh, you really are in over your head.
I know how to find the Shadowman. Tell me.
Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him.
Please do.
The Shadowman. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrow Alley. And he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. snuff out the lights in Mulgrew Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see.
So, he's a ghost?
If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
Hey, well, good news is there's no ghost in this universe. Roll a dice.
Come on, Dicey!
Oh, nope. This is one of those things where we stand on it. So, Dicey, you go that way. Well, you shoot you. And it leads us somewhere.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Come on, Dicey! Let's go!
Okay, so we did that to turn the lights off. Did that turn the lights off for the whole city? But this has changed.
Are you the Shadowman?
Oh, I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
You think I'm afraid of you because I'm not. What are you? Let Bernie go.
That may be true, but there is another truth.
And that is? That unless you release Burn, I'm going to punch you?
That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be.
What are you?
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war.
Let Bernie go.
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage.
Release him now. This is a literal kidnapping. Just give him to me.
You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need.
Skip the pleasantries. What will you trade for Bernie?
Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me.
I'm tougher than I look.
That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end.
You're a monster. What do you care about peace? No offense, but you don't strike me as a peace and flower type.
I care about being feared. Before this war, I was the most terrifying thing in the world of random. Children would be afraid to whisper my name in case I came for them. And often, I did. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadowman anymore. Life is the greater horror.
And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you a nod, then I want you to change that.
You want me to end this war? How?
I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder.
That's the costume my friend wears in. How do you know this is a dice?
I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again.
How do you know about all it? But I know nothing about stopping wars. I accept your quest only to save my friend.
For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadowman, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.